using Dion's street number as a way of connecting her to him in death. And Dion, who was 19 years old when he lost his sister, was not the kind of person who was going to sit with that grief quietly. Whatever kind of person Dion Davis was before January 2021, he turned into something else after. The Detroit Grim Reaper is not a name that ever showed up in a police report or a court filing. It came from the streets, from YouTube recaps and Reddit threads and Instagram posts where East Side Detroit keeps its own score. The name got attached to Dion because of a string of violent incidents that street accounts tied directly to grief and revenge after her sister was killed, even though none of it ever got charged as an organized spree. What the streets were saying was that the boy was out there handling his pain the only way he knew, and that he was very good at it. Now, before we get into what allegedly happened after Deonna's death, we have to go back one more time because there was something that happened even before she was killed that set the whole table. On the night of June 24, 2020, a 17-year-old Tank who ran with the 264 crew on the east side was shot and killed inside a white Dodge Durango near Runyon and Griner streets. A red Ford Fusion had pulled up alongside that Durango and opened fire, killing Tank in the seat while a person with him survived. Police called it a targeted drive-by hit and made no public arrests. The streets identified Tank as the younger brother of a man called 264 Quez, one of the main names on the opposite side of this East Side war. And the story going around was that Dion and members of 700 were responsible, possibly because they thought the Durango was connected to a rival. Nothing has been proven in court. But that killing, whether or not Dion had anything to do with it, put 264 on a path of wanting retribution, and they were going to get it one way or another. Then Deonna was killed in January 2021. And then 6 weeks after that, on March 7th, 2021, street accounts say Dion pulled up on a man at an Exxon gas station on Mack Avenue and shot him. Drill recops say he came in a Jaguar and opened fire on a person who later survived the attack and told investigators he had known Dion for about 3 years. No mainstream news ever named Dion in connection to that specific shooting, but the timing of it and the description of it lines up exactly with the string of East Side incidents that eventually got the attention of federal agents and triggered the investigation that would lock him up. What ended up being documented for the record was this. On April 25th of 2021, Dion went live on Instagram holding a Glock with an autosear fitted to it, a device that makes the gun fire automatically like a machine gun, and federal agents saw it and moved quickly.